What up, y'all? This is Ladies Who Keke. My name is Dana V.
And I'm Cassie J.
She's back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
back.
Gotta get that Christmas shopping in.
Yes, I'm done. I'm glad I'm done.
See, honey, we did good. We got done early.
Yes. Everything is done and good. I'm about to drop off the gifts tomorrow, actually.
They know it's not Christmas yet.
Well, they're about to get it early. Merry Christmas. That's it. Okay, so that day, I don't know if I'm gonna be in town. I might not even be in town, honestly.
On Christmas?
Yeah, I might be out of town because I'm off the whole week.
We'll talk about this offline.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, we're here to bring you the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 5, episode 18, Shifty
Wigs.
So we're gonna
dive
into this dang on episode. Got some mixed reviews.
Why you got mixed reviews?
Because honestly, Karen and Ashley, I wasn't filming this episode.
I told you she's back to her old ways.
Yeah, and I actually felt bad for Giselle this episode. I was like,
We'll get into it.
Yes, so we're gonna start this off. Karen's, I don't know, hairstylist.
Meets up with Steven. His name's Steven.
Okay. Hairstylist, business partner, Steven guy. He comes to the house, he brings her some wigs from the wig line. And Karen's talking about how she's, planning what she wants to do, planning for this wig shift party.
Yes.
It does bother me every time she's talking about, oh yeah, I'm using on right. No one needs to know that, Karen. I don't need to know that.
She's like, he likes to tug on it a little bit. He likes to tug. He likes to
know that. I don't need to
I want that vision.
At all.
Don't need that. So they were trying to name the wigs. And he was like, this is like a Wendy Williams. She said, I'm not about to name my wig Wendy Williams.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I like Wendy Williams, but I just wouldn't.
I wouldn't name it after her.
I wouldn't name it after a celebrity.
Yeah.
Or any celebrity, not just Wendy Williams, but any celebrity.
Mainly her. Did you say unless it's Beyonce?
Yes, because Beyonce, if you say this wig's name Beyonce, obviously you know it's going to give you something. It's going to give you life, honey. You get all zhuzhed up when it's the Beyonce wig. I'm just saying, we're going to get into that because that's a whole nother conversation, and I'm not like debating with you.
I didn't say anything, Dana.
But I know you.
I said nothing. I did not come for the queen. I didn't say nothing. I'm sitting here reading my notes. Okay. There was one other point I wanted to make.
Go ahead. Make your point, ma'am.
I was just gonna, point out, the little shade in that scene where she was saying that, she wanted to invite the ladies to the party because they had been with her since day one. And then it shows all the ladies saying, we knew nothing about this. This was just another adventure for her to talk about herself. And everybody's like, wigs? And I'm like, Karen, we're rooting for you, honey, but you just stop saying certain things. Just don't do that. These ladies don't know anything about your business. This was news to them when you said you're going to invite them to this party when y'all was in Portugal. They had no idea about you starting another business.
True. I didn't like how they did come for her. It's like, so what? She wants to start a new business. And
there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Robin, you doing hats?
Exactly. You getting your hats done so you can pay off the IRS. So it's like, no one said, oh my God, you're doing hats. No one said nothing about that. So be happy for her, especially since it's not that she keeps having these businesses and they're not coming to fruition. They are. So let her be a business. Let her be a boss.
It's just they want something else to say about Karen.
Mm-hmm. So next scene, Ashley meets up with Monique at a restaurant.
For lunch.
Yes, Ashley's, and apparently Monique had a birthday party for one of her sons.
Yes.
And Ashley said that she didn't go because her and Michael were at a bad spot, so she didn't come to the party.
Yes.
But Monique said that Karen did come to support, and she was drinking champagne.
She was drinking a lot.
Did she say that she was drinking a lot?
Yes, because that's what came up later on.
I know that's what Ashley told the ladies. I don't remember if Monique said that Karen was drinking a lot at the party, or I thought she said she had some champagne. I didn't think that she said that she was a lush.
I don't think she used the words lush, but I think that she kind of like hinted to, well, when she made the statement, well, that's interesting that she was drinking with you, because when she was with us, she was talking about this ulcer and how she couldn't drink, and she was like, well, she sure did, turn up with us. Like, it was just kind of like, it was assumed that she was indulging. Like, it's the old Karen. She was indulging. She had some drinks with us. And it could have been one drink, could have been two drinks. She never said how many. It wasn't like she was sitting there counting how many drinks she had.
I felt like Monique was just saying, yeah,
she had a drink. She's drunk.
Good old time. But yeah. As we'll discuss later on, Ashley made it seem embellished more than what it was.
Yes.
She really did. So.
She embellished the story, which we're going to talk about completely later on, how that went.
So Monique did say that, Monique said that Karen invited her to her wig party. And that's when Ashley was like, oh, really? Because Karen
tell us that.
Like she wasn't going to invite you at all. And Monique was like, nah, I've been knowing about it. How she's not going to invite me when I've known about it before y'all knew about it.
Right, before you, like they said, before you guys even knew that there was a wig line, I knew.
I knew about this event, yeah. So now Ashley decides to call Karen.
Messy.
Like, you know what, well, let's call her up. Let's see what she says. So she called Karen up, like, because so Ashley was like, hey, I'm with Monique, and we asked you about if you were going to invite Monique to the party. What did you say?
And she's like,
Karen says, she was like, well, I said that Monique, you shouldn't come because
she said Monique didn't feel comfortable.
Karen did spin it.
She did. Right, she was like, Monique she didn't feel comfortable. Yeah. But that's not what she said. Her exact words was no.
Karen, right. I'm not inviting her. She made it seem like for the comfort of all you ladies, not for the comfort of Monique.
Right.
We'll get into more about why Karen got on my nerves. And I am the biggest Karen fan, Lord knows. But she got on my nerves in this episode, honey.
I agree.
She was not going to invite you.
I agree.
Try to backpedal and pussy pop out of it. And then makes it see, after you try to get me, girl, you ain't getting me because
you ain't trying to get me wrapped up.
Right.
But what you should have just said is what you said later on. What you should have just said was, no, I'm not going to. I want to invite her, but I just don't think that it's the best thing. Or you should have just been like, hey, listen, I want you to come, but can you come early? Because I want you to be able to support and just come early so you can say that you were there. I won't keep you two separate. Like you could have just handled that so many ways, but most importantly, you should have just been honest about it and just been like,
because you can't tell one group of ladies, oh no, she's not invited, and then tell the other group of, well, Monique, well, I don't want you to be uncomfortable, and that's separate things. So we'll get into that further because it comes back up
later, like everything in this group.
Yeah. We saw that Robin and Juan are going a little house hunting. They saw the one house, whatever. So Giselle takes the girls out to celebrate Grace's birthday. And she tells them that their dad will be at the house for the photo shoot. He's going to be there for the whole week. The girls were not feeling that. They were like, really? And
they're still, I don't think they're going to ever be okay with this.
Because they don't want their mother dating their father. And truthfully, it's probably because of the stuff we don't see that Giselle's trying to hide
to make from us. Put on that pretty face.
You know what I mean? Because they know the real deal. They know how many kids he got outside of the marriage. So it's deeper than just, oh, I'm back with your dad. It's like, you're dating him.
Out of all people?
You know how many kids he got? It's not even the fact that he cheated on you. How many kids he got outside of your marriage? So,
and what's frustrating about the situation is, it's like Giselle keeps trying to push it on them. Like, I want you guys to be okay with this. Y'all need to be okay with this. Why aren't you okay with this? I'm okay with it. Why aren't you okay with it? And it's like, because it's two different relationships. It's a different relationship.
Volumes, yeah. And they were saying that because Giselle also asked, well, how do you feel if you all lived in Atlanta? And they're
I was
like,
like, no. We
I
like
like
our home
Maryland.
here. And
truthfully, and they actually made it seem like they don't even like being in Atlanta to visit their father, even with Giselle not there, because they're like, yeah, we're ready to come home once we get there. So it's a lot going on, Giselle. I know you're
that's
trying
a lot to have
you want
to.
this whole image for Jamal, but it's like your girls is painting the image for us, and they ain't feeling their daddy.
It's a lot to deal with. That's a lot.
So I don't know. I don't know
how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, I don't know. Me neither. Like I'm lost for words, honestly. So Karen plans a romantic evening for her and Ray in the bubble bath.
I was laughing when she was over there, Ray, and she was like, Raven.
It's like, come on now, dang on well, it takes him a minute to get all them steps.
He had to get out the car. He had to put the keys down. He's walking up the steps.
That's what it took. It seemed like it took him forever to go up the steps. Like, y'all need to elevate or a good old branch or something. He's like,
y'all downsize.
Something, honey. I did laugh out loud when Karen was saying, I may unplug a few holes that
she did has been put up for a while. I was like, you gonna open your mouth?
I died.
I say, listen, once again, Karen, you're giving us TMI. Like, we don't need to know this.
I think maybe she's mentioning it because the ladies always got on her, like, oh, you and Ray have sex.
That's what I thought about the whole tugging of the hair.
Bringing it up like people, we don't want to know that. I can't care less what's going on in your bedroom.
And Raymond have sex. Okay.
I was like, all right, you do you, girl. And I don't need to be in your business. Thank you.
I mean, y'all are still married. He's still around for some reason. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
she be trying to keep it spicy for him now, I guess, child.
That's cute or whatever.
So Wendy takes her family and her mom on a hayride and going to a pumpkin patch. And so that's where Wendy tells her mom that she wants to stop being a professor.
This is very emotional.
Yes, and her mom, this was a really good conversation because at first her mom was like, yeah, at first, her initial reaction was like, what are you doing?
Girl, get over it, go back in there.
She was telling Wendy, is like, you should be thanking me for keeping you on the track that I did for you to get all of your success. And Wendy was like, are you serious?
That's the problem. That's the problem.
You know what I mean? And so her mom was saying that you're a spoiled brat.
Yep.
But I did like the conversation that Wendy had with her mom, because she's saying that she feels that she did this, all these degrees, and her being a professor was just a trophy for her mom. It's like, basically for you. I didn't do this for me. I did this for you so you could have these trophies. Oh, my daughter is a doctor. My daughter is a this. Not that I wanted to be this. She said to herself, I really have a passion for political commentary. That's where I really want to be at. That's what gets me going, not being a professor. I'm only going to be a professor just to appease you. And she's not happy and she's not fulfilled. So,
but that happens a lot in families, though. That's not just in African American families. That's in every race. It's like, we want you to be something so we can say, my son, my daughter.
It's a little bit different though with American families rather than, foreign families or whatever, because as you can see, like American people, if my mother said, oh, I want you to be this, I will consider it, but I'm not going to be like, yes, I have to do this. If I don't, I'm going to be a disappointment to my mother. You know what I mean? That's how it is with her being Nigerian. She really was like, I can't disappoint my mom. You know how many American people have disappointed their parents and not give a damn?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying that that's not true, but what I'm saying, yeah, in American culture, they say like, oh yeah, you guys can do what you want to do.
Approval way more than we do.
Yeah, I'll give that. But there are families in American cultures that they live under pressure. Like, okay, we're in Potomac. It's like, okay, you come from a family of money. You come from a family of this. You have a legacy. Your family, you're coming from a family of legacy. We expect you to do this, this, and this. And if you don't, it's so some families do have pressures. Now, me and you might not feel that pressure from my mom and daddy. Be like, well, I expect you to do this. Okay, well, mama, I'm gonna try. And if it don't work out, then I tried. I don't feel the pressure that
look at him.
Other families might feel.
I pay my own bills. I pay my own bills. I got my own this, that, and the third. I feel like
I was a successful adult. But there are some families, and that they do have to live up to certain standards because of their family name. And it's unfortunate because it's like, okay, as you just said, Beyonce has to live up to a certain standard because she's Beyonce. Oprah has to live up to a certain standard because she's Oprah. It's like you get to a certain point where you can't do, just like we was talking about yesterday with Kevin Hart and stuff, you get to a certain point where you can't just do certain things.
But that's still different. It's different because that's their path that they chose. Beyonce didn't become Beyonce to appease her.
You know how hard her dad was on her?
But it's because that's what she wanted to do. She didn't become a performer because her parents wanted her to become a performer. She became a performer because that's what's within her. And that's what Wendy is saying, huh?
Are we sure?
Yes. Amy, don't do it. Not with my.
I'm not coming for her.
Nevertheless.
No, I wasn't coming for Beyonce on that.
A little bit.
No, I wasn't coming for her. What I'm saying is, it's like, how as a child you might be like, hey, I want to play the piano, and then you be like, I don't like this anymore. But when you got a parent like hers, it's like, no. We started this. We're gonna finish this, and we're gonna be the best at it. You're not gonna just come out of this because you decided you don't like it anymore. No, you're gonna keep doing it. I see a path. I see a success in this. That's what I meant. Maybe, she was like, I want to sing. But it's like, maybe I don't like this anymore.
Well, it gets a little different with, like, let's say Nigerian family, where like you have to be either a lawyer, you have to be either a doctor, like, you have to do these. You cannot be a singer, you cannot be a comedian, you cannot be a hairstylist. You have to be, someone of prestige. So
you have to have a professional career.
Right.
Yes.
Nevertheless, though, Wendy's mom did tell her that she's very proud of her. She said, you're a good mother, you're a good wife, and you're a good person. I'm proud of you, all your accomplishments. And so that gave Wendy some
what she was looking for.
Okay, I'm happy. Feels like my mom is proud of me. It's like, okay, now I'm good to do whatever I want to do because my mother said that she's proud of me. So that was a really good moment.
But I was glad that it ended that way because I didn't think it was going to end that way for a minute. I thought we was going to leave with, I get respect in the African community because of what you do. And that's what I'm going to, you're going to have to stay there because that's what I want. I want to continue to get this praise. I was like, Mom, it's not about you though. It's not about you.
Right.
That's what she's trying to tell you. She's not happy. Your child is not happy. And people get depressed. It can lead to other things.
Yeah. So luckily her mom did say, you know what, I'm proud of you. Whatever you do, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of
you. Whatever you do, you're gonna be great at it. That was the other part that she needed to hear. Whatever you do next, I know you're gonna be great at. So that was kind of like the green light to whatever you want to do.
Right.
Go ahead and do. And so
yay. So the next scene, Giselle has her family photo shoot, and
Jamal's not there.
And a no-show saying that he missed his flight. Now, this is where I felt bad for Giselle because Giselle puts on a face.
I'm about to say she had to put on that face and keep it going.
Everything is fine. It's okay. But you could tell she's disappointed. I would have been disappointed. It's like, damn, I really wanted you here. And his ass is stuck in the airport getting a manicure.
But you know what I didn't like? When they asked her, when she was doing her interview, they was like, so how do you feel? Are you disappointed? And she was like, be vulnerable for a chance. Instead of, she was like, it was like, you could tell she was about to, and then she stopped. She was like, I mean, why do you think I'm not? And it was like, look at your face.
She said, what you want me to do? Cry on the floor, roll around and cry?
I'm that type of person. I don't do that.
Maybe she's not that type of person. Maybe that's what we need from her. Is like, Giselle, show us that you're human. Because I feel bad for you. And I don't know y'all like that. But I feel bad that he wasn't there.
And it's not that I want you to cry and roll around on the floor, but if you're sitting there like
everything's fine
all the time, it's like,
yeah.
Fix your
maybe
face.
That's why she acts out. Maybe that's why she acts out with
She's
other
messy,
ladies, you know what I mean?
she does all that. Yeah.
Because all this disappointment that she has within Jamal, she gotta release it some way, somehow.
So I'm gonna ruin somebody else. You know what they say? Misery loves company. So I'm gonna ruin your life because my life is a shambles. So hey.
So yeah, I felt bad that he wasn't there. The girls were kind of disappointed, even though they weren't really feeling it at first. But I guess because their mom
was like, they meant so much to their mom.
Yeah, it's like, he ain't here again.
They was like, yeah, this gold isn't working. They said, well, Dad had white and gold on, so he would have brought it together, but he's not here.
Yeah. And that's what's like, girl, stop. I want better for her. I feel like Jamal, I don't know. I can only get based on
what the ins and outs.
Right. Or they show what's on this dang on show that you really try to hide, really. But I just feel like even Giselle being the bitch that she is, she deserves better than that. Like,
no one deserves to be miserable and unhappy.
Or be disappointed over and over and over again. It's like, love yourself more, Giselle, please. But we shall see how this goes on. I can't wait to see. Well, I feel like I already know what she's going to say in the reunion. She's going to, she's
going to defend it.
Yeah, and it is what it is. So Ashley's family comes over.
Her mom and stepdad.
Ashley cooks a snapper, and she has a nice little spread.
I can't do that fish with the head on. I can't see the head.
I can. Because my stepdad loves fish with the head on. You just gotta once you get past it, it's not bad.
How do I get past seeing this head on my table?
Time.
Are you gonna cover it up?
If you want to, or just have it there, just have it on the plate. It's looking at you, you're looking at it, and it's like, you know what?
I can't be looking at this eye.
You can normalize it. Don't look directly in the eye, okay?
I don't want to do any meat with the. I can't do no whole. But it's like a whole pig being on table, and you see the whole.
He's like, can you decapitate that, please?
Yeah, I gotta cut it off.
So yeah, her uncle and her mom come to the house. The uncle tells Michael that not only did he hurt Ashley, but you hurt the entire family.
Yes.
And how, it was such a big disappointment. And Michael did apologize about it, before hurting Ashley. I felt mixed signals about this, though.
I was about to say that. I was like, you could tell, like, he was like, I'm not gonna keep apologizing to y'all. Like, I would say this.
Especially not to your uncle, like.
And then this is gonna be it. Okay.
Like, I guess for me, I get it. Like, you want your family to have your back or whatever. But for me, I
owe y'all the apology because I didn't do anything to you.
It's like, why do you have your family so much in your relationship? That's unhealthy.
Your family
was as involved.
Remember, Portia and
a whole separate conversation, have a separate dinner, and now have to apologize for you. You know what I mean? I thought that was a little too much.
Portia and Dennis did that. Remember, he came and he apologized for embarrassing her and the family. I can understand that in that instance, because it was all over the blogs. And I guess if you want to apologize for it, the embarrassment, because you are public people, and I can understand that. For the embarrassment, because that's what it is. It's embarrassing. Now, for me and you, if somebody cheats on us, I mean, I don't feel like you owe my family an apology, because it's not going to get out to the public necessarily.
Right.
But yeah, if you're a public figure and everybody knows, you probably need to make it a public apology, because this is now a public thing.
Mm-hmm. So, it was nice. I just felt
it's a nice gesture.
Yeah, it was kind of weird for me, but it was cute. I kind of get it, but it wouldn't be for me. I wouldn't do that. But
at some point they're gonna have to let it be between just them two. That's what I guess you're saying. At some point, at what point are we gonna let it just be between them two and they got to work it out?
Right.
We're not gonna do the apology tour.
Right. I guess because it was so formal with it, that's what it is. It was a little too formal for me. It's one thing if her uncle just went to, hey, where Michael at? Let me go holler at him real quick off camera. That's one thing, but have a whole situation.
Sit down.
I thought that was too much for me. But All right, so Karen has her wig event.
Woo,
Monique arrives first. She was there 30
early.
minutes before everyone came.
Yes.
And I felt like it was nice. I feel like that's what a friend, how Monique was like, I'm so proud of you and this is great. That's how a friend's supposed to support you. I
And
will
she
say,
came despite she had somewhere else to go.
right. Well, she knew that she wasn't trying to, Monique already knew that she wasn't trying to be around the ladies. She wanted to come in just to support. I do find it funny how she came there, they sipped on a half a glass of champagne, and Karen
And
was like,
then,
okay, is your driver here?
right,
Okay.
and she was like, but one was like, but why are you rushing me out like this? Like,
She's like, dang,
dang.
I thought at least have a glass together
But
and keep
she did
eating.
tell her that the ladies were on their way. So at
Yeah,
least she did kind of like just give you somewhat of an explanation. But it wasn't that the ladies was on their way. It was Candace in particular was on
right,
her way. So she was like, I want to get you out the door
right.
quickly, quickly, quickly now,
It was kind of like
quickly.
a, okay,
It's like,
get on
okay,
out.
look, okay, girl.
They say that 2 minutes later, that's when Robin and Ashley arrive.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true or not. I feel
I know,
like,
because that's how production does it. Because like they was trying to set it up like, here comes Candace. They was gonna meet, and that wasn't what it
right,
was. It was the darn Uber driver.
right.
So I'm sitting there like, is this what's about to happen?
That's what we thought too, but it didn't. It didn't. Monique on left, Ashley and Robin come. Robin throwing shade already, talking about, oh, this
Like,
is a
this is in
small venue.
a strip mall.
In
I
the
thought this was
back.
gonna be a big event. Wendy did the same thing though. She was like,
Yes,
it
she
was
did.
nice. It was cozy, cozy.
I was like, golly, y'all can't support nobody for nothing.
Not unless
Jeez,
it's
Louise.
Giselle.
What you just said. Um, so Giselle's not coming though because Giselle don't like Steven, her Karen's partner with this wig
Well,
thing.
as that was shaded through too, they was like, I mean, Karen's talking about she's starting a wig line. It's not her wig line. She's the face like before with the perfume. You keep saying you're starting these businesses when really you're just the face of it. You're not starting anything. You're not a creator of anything.
So
Okay, Nicki
what?
Minaj didn't create perfume either. I mean, Beyonce's not out here sewing these outfits together either, but it's her
Exactly.
fucking line, okay?
Exactly. So what? Stop being a hater. Okay.
Jesus, I'm sure that you didn't write that book by yourself. I'm sure you had somebody to help you write that book. I'm sure.
Um. So at the party, Ray does arrive to support her.
Yes, and they were so happy to see him.
So they were talking. So it was Wendy, Robin, Ashley, Candace, and Karen. They're sitting
Grouped
talking
up.
shit. Yeah. And so they mention Karen not drinking at,
Ashley gives the gag gift of the Pepsi AC. That's how it started.
that's what it was. Okay.
Yes.
And so they brought the fact that she was not drinking in Portugal. She did have that one glass, I think one of the last nights.
Like, yeah, near the end. Mm-hmm.
And so Karen was like, why y'all keep, like, if I say I don't want to drink, why y'all making it a big deal?
This was
And
Ashley.
so,
This was the beginning of Ashley being messy.
yes. And this is when Ashley was doing the most. Actually, no. Before that, before Ashley's situation. So she was like sounding that all the ladies were pressuring her to drink. And Robin asked Karen, are you concerned
That you're gonna say something
when you drink?
She said, you need to be concerned about Juan.
Well, she's like, well, you should be concerned about what Juan says when he's drunk.
He's drunk.
I was like, oh.
And then you see how she was like, okay, take this wig off. I'm ready to go. I was like, but then they said, so what does Juan say? And she was like, that's for the couch.
And so honestly, it was just Karen, her quick little reply.
It was a quick wit. Yeah, it was. He ain't saying nothing.
Basically, don't worry about me, worry about your man.
Yeah, worry about your house. Stop.
So that's when Ashley tells the ladies that one, not only was Monique already there, it's like, well, Monique was here early.
Because remember, Karen don't, so everybody knows Karen's don't walked off at this point.
Right.
So after she made that comment, she walked off because she's like, I'm done with y'all. Like, y'all are not gonna keep questioning me and what I do with my life. And so she walked off.
I have other guests. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I have other guests. I'm walking off. And so Robin's like, where did that come from? Why did she say that? And then that's when as you were saying, Ashley decides to be Petty Betty.
She tells the ladies that Monique was there early, and she says how, also she was drinking at Monique's event, and she kind of like
she embellished it. That's what we were talking
about. Yeah, she got drunk. She
got wasted there.
But she went and drank with us in Portugal. And it's like, Ashley, you're doing the most.
That's not what she said.
And that is not what Monique said. She did not say that she got wasted. She got drunk. All she said was she had some champagne. That was it. So why are you trying to now make it seem like, oh, Cameron was drunk, so drunk at Monique's thing, but she wouldn't drink with us because of her ulcer? At the end of the day, if Karen don't want to drink, she don't want to drink. I will say I don't like the fact that Karen made excuses for it.
Yes.
Because if I don't want to drink, I'm not going to drink. I don't want to. No thanks.
And then she was telling the ladies, oh yeah, they was like, well, why would she invite Monique after she don't told us that she was like, oh, Monique told me that she was always invited. And we called her while we were there and then we questioned her about it. And she was like, oh yeah, she was always invited. So Karen came back with the box with the packaging. She was like, hey, you guys, I wanted to show you this while you were here. And Wendy was like, excuse us, Ashley was actually talking. So we're going to go ahead and let her finish. What were you saying? She was like, Karen was like, oh, this was my party. So we're going to talk about this. I don't care what you guys over there talking about. And they was like, why did you invite Monique? And she was like, it's my party. I'll invite who I want to invite. Like I've been telling you guys, you're not going to control who I have around me. That's the end of this. Like, I'm not going to keep talking to you guys about this. That's period. Like, it's done. And they was like, but you told us she wasn't going to come. She was like, I never said that. And I'm like, Karen, yes, you did.
And then basically she was like, I'm leaving. I'm going.
And she said, this is over.
She said, I got to get ready. She said, I got to get ready. She said, what do you mean I got to get ready? We're going to dinner.
We're leaving. They was like, but we're still here trying on wigs and shit. This is your party's there. I paid the bill.
And Shirley leaves. But also during that little talk, Candace also
addresses her.
That was outside. No, that was outside. I'm sorry.
No, but Candace did address her when they was there. She tried to, but she walked up because she was like, but I'm saying, but you told me that you was doing this for me out of my concern for me. But what is it that you're concerned about? Who are you more concerned about, her, Monique, or me? And it's like, listen.
Well, truthfully, this is where Karen messed up, because Karen could have said, truthfully, she messed up from the gate when she said she's not inviting Monique. That's just like, Karen, here's my thing. You have to stop trying to appease everyone and just speak the truth.
Yes.
When y'all were in Portugal, they were like, are you inviting Monique? You could have told the truth, said, yes, I want to invite Monique. I will make sure that y'all are not near each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
We'll have security.
But you want to lie and say, oh, no, I'm not going to invite her when you basically already invited her.
Yep.
And then when they confront you about it, again, stand on your own.
You could have been like, yeah, I invited her because she is still my friend. And like I said from the beginning, I am neutral on this. You guys are both my friends. This is an event that's important to me, and I wanted all of my friends to be here.
Right.
It wasn't any conflict. She left before you got here, so there was no issue. I don't know why we're talking about it now. Now, when they first brought it up to you when you were in Portugal and you said that you were going to invite her, well, as you could have said you were going to invite her, you could have asked them then, I mean, is this going to be a problem for you guys if I invite her? As long as she's not around you, is that going to be a problem? Can we all be adults about this?
Right.
At that point, Candace could have said, I can't deal with that. I can't be around her. And that would have been her choice. She didn't have to come.
Right.
Anybody could have said they don't want to come at that point. And that would have been fine. It wasn't like y'all hoes was buying wigs anyway.
True. And truthfully, I feel like it's not the fact that Monique was there. I don't see why they would have a problem that Monique was there if they didn't see her. It's just the fact that you lied.
She invited her.
You blatantly lied about it. It's just like, why are you lying about this? What?
Can't help it.
So the ladies leave out the event. Of course, they were talking shit as they were leaving out.
This is where Ashley gets even messier.
The ladies go outside. Ashley tells the ladies,
I got more.
She's like, well, so apparently Monique didn't know that Candace
was gonna be here.
That's what I meant. So when they were still inside, Candace told the ladies like, well, technically Karen told me to come
Come
early, but I was
earlier,
running
yes.
late. So basically, for her to come earlier would have been the same time that Monique was there.
And they would have ended up running into
I
each
was
other.
looking at when she said that, I'm thinking, Karen, what you doing?
Right. But when they get outside, we see why.
That's when Ashley tells the ladies that Monique didn't know that Candace was supposed to be there early. And
Karen told her to come to the party and stand her ground.
Yeah, that's what she repeated the stuff that Karen said for Monique, that she needs to come there and stand her ground in front of the ladies and stop letting the ladies tell
her story. Yes, because that's what's happening.
That's when it's that type of stuff. Karen, you're not being neutral anymore. You're not
but
saying
my thing is
no more.
What story are they telling about her really? I mean, the only thing that they're really saying about Monique is that they don't want to be around her. They don't trust her.
They talk about her like how she's aggressive and how she like, oh, you don't feel safe around her. She has a temper. She's this. Like, so yeah, they do talk bad about Monique, but for Karen to put herself in that position where she tried to lie to both of the ladies to get them together, I don't like that. And so Wendy and Robin tell Candace, like, Karen isn't your friend.
That was not the place to get them together. You don't need to get them together with all the other ladies. If you want to get them together to be a mediator, you need to sit them down, just them two. Don't get them together with everybody else.
If you want to stay neutral, stay neutral.
And that too. If you're going to be neutral, be neutral. But if you want to be a mediator, don't mediate with the group.
You keep saying that, oh, I'm in a difficult position. Karen, you're putting yourself in this position now. It's no longer why they're getting on Karen. It's like, Karen, you're putting yourself in this position. However, because you can't say one thing to Candace and say something opposite to Monique. That's not being a true friend to either one of them.
Yeah, I'm about to say, now it doesn't seem like you're being a friend to either one. Because before it was like, yeah, it seemed like you're being more of a friend to Monique than Candace. Now it's like you're just not being loyal to anybody, even nobody, really, anybody.
Even if your intentions are
good,
pure and innocent and good, it's the way that you've going about it seems sneaky, and it seems something ain't right in the buttermilk type. So it's like
the milk ain't clean.
Something in that buttermilk ain't clean, honey. But I don't know. I just wish that Karen would just tell her truth, stop playing both sides, and because sometimes she do, but sometimes she don't. Does. Sometimes she's like, I'm not going to pick sides. This has nothing to do with me. But then it's like,
she was doing it for a while.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to say she cracked under pressure, but it seemed like after a while, they just keep coming at her, and then it just.
They can't come at you if you stand your ground. You talking about Monique to stand her ground. Karen, you need to stand your ground and tell your truth too. They won't be able to come at you, but they do because of how you present stuff.
They feel like you're weakening. They was like, look, she's weakening. She's weakening. She's weakening.
BS. It's like, if you stand your truth, regardless if they like it or not, they can't call you on BS. But if you keep doing what you're doing, they're going to keep calling it out. You're still my favorite, but you want some bullshit on this episode. You and Ashley. Ashley and her damn messy ass. Ashley, how about you worry about you and Michael talking about you couldn't come to the birthday party because of issues that y'all going through? Why you want to now ignite another fight or another beef? Like, you did not have to share none that you shared.
And fuel to a fire that's already burning high.
Did not have to share none of this. Talking about, Monique.
Well, when I talked to Monique, we called Karen, and Karen said,
yeah, don't talk about everything that you talk about with Monique. Don't share with other ladies because they don't want to be around Monique. So why are you sharing what you and Monique talk about?
I did not approve. I did not approve of this episode. I did not approve of any of this.
This whole season, them two have been my faves. I liked how Ashley been conducting herself and Karen until this episode.
And they waited till the end. We had one more episode.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen next episode. That's where I dare you to do something. The whole thing with Candace and talking to Michael. So we'll see how that goes.
Listen, ladies, this is 2020. You cannot run up in men's face in 2020 and threaten them to hit you because they're not raised like they used to be raised. They will haul off and hit you. It's unfortunately, it's just the new age of men.
That's just
some of these men out here, you'll be in their face. I wish you would. I would
never be the same.
Don't run off and think because I'm a woman, a man ain't supposed to hit a woman. That rule don't apply no more.
You better hope and pray. Yeah, you better hope and pray, but
you better hope they would pray they was raised right. Because if not,
you SOL, boo.
You're gonna be like, I can't believe he hit me.
After you said, I dare you to hit me. He hit me.
And you're gonna be calling everybody, girl, he put his hands on me. Girl, what happened? See, what had happened was
we was having an argument.
Yeah.
Well, you know how Kim is gonna flip it. We were having an elevated conversation.
Right. And things got a little heated.
Always.
I was expressing myself.
But yeah, this episode. This episode. I'm glad it's almost over. We got one more episode before the reunion.
And we got the reunions
over. I'm glad that they didn't stretch it as much as they did as Atlanta. Honestly, this could have been a 15 episode season.
You always wanted it to be like 12 to 15. We always say 12 to 15.
Because they got too many fluffers. We don't need all that. So a good 15 episode season would have been perfect.
Atlanta's right around the corner, you guys, and we know it's going to be 22. We know it's going to be 22 episodes.
Ooh, child, the ghetto.
The ghetto.
So yeah, guys, that's all we got. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment,
share, and thank you all for hanging in here with us this year. We got our anniversary coming up next month. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
I want to say, is it January? And I think end of January. And it's like around. It was end of January when we started.
We'll have to go back and check, you guys.
Yeah. So
it'll be 2 years.
Yes. Until next time. Bye, guys. I'm about to stop it like I